Cadillac has started to heat up the rumor mill yet again as the team has officially engaged in talks with experienced F1 drivers in order to take up at least one seat of the team. However, with the Verstappen-Mercedes rumors being warmed up yet again, there's going to be a very interesting opportunity for Russell from 2026 onwards. Who are the drivers that are considered from Cadillac? And more importantly, who is in the lead to land a seat? One of the hottest topics in the past couple of weeks has been the Cadillac seat, as from 2026 onwards, 2 more drivers will join us on the grid with the 11th team. All of this hype has gone on to show that drivers who feel like they deserve a fresh start with a new outlet will be eager to send up their resumes to Cadillac's headquarters. While there are tons of candidates starting from retired drivers like Vettel then ending all the way up to drivers like Mick Schumacher, Sergio Perez is currently in the lead as the head of Cadillac, Mario Andretti, has opened up about the chance of landing the Mexican driver a seat in his team. The opportunity is huge because of the popularity that Sergio has in the USA as well as in Mexico, and unfortunately this goes way beyond racecraft. Perez brings a lot of big bucks to the table because of his sponsors, and one of them has spoken about returning the former Red Bull driver to the grid from 2026 onwards. Mario Andretti has separated the name of the 35-year-old as one of the favorites regarding the candidates with whom he's talking. And when talking about it, the 1978 world champion said, "Perez is an option. It could be an option, of course. All I can say is that Lawson is making Checo look very, very good. Tsunoda, I think he probably deserved that seat more than Liam, but who am I? The second driver in second seat will definitely be an experienced driver that might be available, and we all know that the selection in that regard is pretty clear." A very big boost for Perez's chances is the current situation in Red Bull. Because of all the struggles that Lawson had throughout the first 2 races, it seems like the Mexican driver was right all along when it comes to the problem being with the car and not the driver. Back in 2021, he's had a tremendous stint with Red Bull in which he helped Verstappen to his first championship. And ever since then, it seemed like his career has taken a downhill path, especially in 2024. Be that as it may, Perez is now looking for another opportunity with Cadillac, a team in which he will likely have the #1 role because of the fact that the second seat is reserved for a younger, long-term driver like Hurtana or maybe even Joe. The sponsor that we mentioned earlier in the video when it comes to Perez's return is a Scuderia Talmex. The man who leads the company, Jimmy Morales, has spoken to a podcast when it comes to Sergio's return and admitted that there have been tons of talks with the teams who have an opening. But the most important part is that Perez has a lot of interest in making a comeback. Elaborating further on this, Morales said, "We've talked to everyone and started to see their plans and if they have any room for Checo. The important thing is that he is interested. It's peace of mind, the ability to focus on your work. There are many things to consider in order to perform at your best. That is what we're looking for Checo. He doesn't need to return to racing. He has already done everything he should have done in his career. But if he does it, it will be because he wants to. He's very competitive. We just need to find a project that interests him and where he can return and shine." A very interesting prospect has arisen from Mercedes because of the current situation between Verstappen and Red Bull. The dissatisfaction that the 4-time world champion has with the Austrian team could lead to a scenario in which he will look for another home, and one of the leading candidates is Mercedes. Of course, 3 doesn't fit into 2, and it would be abysmal to think that Wolff will miss out on the opportunity to sign for Verstappen. But with Antonelli showing so much promise, it might be Russell who will take the sword from the Brackley-based squad. If this were to happen, the first opportunity for the Brit would be Cadillac. So far, this is something that we cannot truly report as a fundamental scenario, but rather a possibility if Verstappen decides to trigger the cascade of events with a potential move to Mercedes. Therefore, we are not directly reporting that Russell is a legitimate candidate considered from Cadillac, but one that could join the mix if something out of his control happens between Mercedes and Verstappen. Be that as it may, there are other candidates in whom Cadillac has shown a lot of interest, including ones that haven't actually proven anything on the grid, like Joe. So what you think about Perez and Russell's shocking links with Cadillac just got leaked? Let us know in the comments below, and once you do that, make sure to click on the video that appears on your screen right now.